Alley and Newhart will not be televised this evening.
Tonight on a CBS special movie presentation, take the plunge into a magical musical wonderland with Sammy Davis Jr., Red Buttons, Shelley Winters, Donald O'Connor, Sherman Hemsley, Martha Ray, Imogene Coca, Telly Savalas, Anthony Newley, Artie Johnson, Roddy McDowell, Jane Meadows, Sid Caesar, Ringo, Carol Channing, Jack Warden, Sally Struthers, Donna Mills, Ann Gillian, Steve Lawrence and Edie Gourmet, and many more in Irwin Allen's Alice in Wonderland. Next. Alice in Wonderland, sponsored by GTE Sylvania. When you're looking for quality lighting, look for Sylvania, where the best comes to light.
You see those lights? They're burning out too soon in ordinary soft white light bulbs. But not me. I'm in Sylvania's soft white bulbs. Why, in this 60 watt alone, I can burn 50 more hours. And only these Sylvania bulbs have a guarantee. So get Sylvania's soft white light bulbs instead of those guys with the dim future.
Ask for Sylvania, where the best comes to light.
Okay, that's 4 McDLTs, 2 large fries, and a Diet Coke.
Right. Oh! It's hot. It's cool. Don't worry, I'll clean up.
McDonald's, where the refrigerator stocks up.
Oh, right over there? Oh, free. Oh, yeah.
I failed again.
How about these, Master?
Hi there. My name is Teddy Ruxpin. How are you today?
Fine.
Well then, I would like to
Teddy
tell you
Ruxpin,
a story.
the world's first animated storytelling bear.
It's alive!
Now available at stores everywhere.
It's alive!
Windows on America, pictures go by, the land and the sky, rolling across America.
With Amtrak's lower fares, you can travel across the country and back for just $275 or less. Or turn a one-way ticket worth over $50 into a round-trip ticket for just $7 more.
All aboard America, all aboard Amtrak, all aboard.
you, Alice. You've been a big help.
I wish I could have tea with everyone. I really wish I could.
Tea is for grown-ups, dear.
But, Mother, when will I be grown up?
Oh, be patient, Alice. Tea time for you will come soon enough. Now, why don't you go outside and keep your sister company?
Yes, Mother. You know, I really do wish you'd tell me. Just what good is a book without any pictures? Looks so dull. I mean, it really does.
You'll understand soon enough when you grow up.
Look, I'm already 7.5. I think that's quite grown up. And I really do wish you'd stop talking to me as though I was a child.
But you are still a child, Alice. You can't really think that you're a grown-up.
Yes, I do. Almost. I mean, just how on earth am I supposed to know when I'm grown up or not? Would you mind telling me that?
There are a lot of ways to know that.
Well, then tell me. At least a hint.
Well, for one thing, you have to be much taller to be grown up. And you won't cry as much. You are a bit of a crybaby.
I am not. I don't cry much at all. Hardly ever.
Well, when you've grown up, you'll cry much less than you do now. And one of the best ways to know if you've grown up is when Mother asks you to join the rest of the grown-ups for tea.
Dinah, dear, you think I'm grown up, don't you?
Oh dear, I shall be too late.
Mr. Rabbit! Mr. Rabbit! Mr. Rabbit!
Oh, my ears and whiskers, how late it's getting.
Mr. Rabbit! Wait! That's strange. I wonder how many there are. gonna get home? Can't imagine who could fit through there. Unless it was for a mouse. This must fit that little door. Oh, how beautiful. This must surely be the way home. I can't get through. It's all very well to say, drink me. I'll look first and see whether it's smart poison or not. Oh. Boy, I feel so strange. Oh, my. Oh. What's happening to me? I'm shrinking. I'm so small. So very small. But now at least I'm the right size for going through the little door. Oh, how stupid. How really stupid. I've forgotten the key. Way up on top of that table. Come on now, Alice. There's no use starting to cry. Stop at this moment. Stop, stop, stop! Now, what's this? Eat me. That's certainly a strange thing to write on a cake. But I will eat it. Perhaps it'll make me grow bigger. And if it makes me grow bigger, then I can reach the key. And if it makes me grow a little smaller, then I can creep under the door. Bigger or smaller? Which way? I think I'm staying the same size. Oh, something is happening. Curiouser. Curiouser. going up like a telescope. Ooh. Goodbye, Pete. So big now, I'll never get through that little door. I go. I want to go.
The Duchess. Won't she be savage if I kept her waiting?
It's your place, sir. So, Rabbit. What's happening now? Ooh. It's the fan that's making me shrink. Oh, that was a narrow escape. Sea. But this isn't the sea. These are my tears when I was 9 feet tall. Oh, I wish I hadn't cried so much. I should be punished for it now, for being drowned in my own tears. Won't that be a queer thing? However, everything's been queer today. What is that? It must be a walrus or a hippopotamus. Oh, go, go.
For goodness sake, stop crying. Stop crying. Don't cry anymore. Go, go.
Sir?
Me?
Do you know the way out of here?
I'm a stranger here myself.
Mouse? Do you know the way out? Mouse, don't you understand English?
What?
Are you French? Oui, Michette. That means, where's my cat, you know? Oh, I beg your pardon. I quite forgot you don't like cats.
Our family has always hated cats. Nasty, low, vulgar things. Don't ever let me hear that name again.
I won't, I promise. Are you fond of dogs? There's a nice little terrier who kills all the rats. Oh, I'm sorry. I won't mention mouse catchers again.
All right. Come on. Let's go to shore. And I'll tell you why I hate cats and dogs.
That's a very good idea. Excellent for mouse.
I hate dogs and I hate cats. I'm also not too fond of bats. I'm a helpless little fellow, consequently rather yellow. Now you may think that dogs are sweet since they love to snuggle at your feet. But to me, they're oh so large that I tremble when they charge. Now certain words like big and small mean what? Would you please tell me? To me, all cats are 10 feet tall, so I worry when they smell me. I run from owls, I hide hawks, I scurry from whatever squawks. I'm a coward from my whiskers to my spats. I hate dogs and cats. Now certain words like big and small mean what? Would you please tell me? To me, all cats are 10 feet tall, so I worry when they smell me. I run from owls, I hide from hawks, I scurry from whatever squawks. I am a coward from my whiskers to my spine. But I tell you straight that I really hate owls, ducks, hawks, bats. I hate dogs and cats.
Hey, what are you running for? Wait a minute. What is going on around here? Are you all crazy? Won't anybody answer me? Now wait a minute! Hey! Now I know what it means to act like animals. Somebody should teach you all proper manners.
Things sweetened with 100% NutraSweet display the 100% NutraSweet symbol.
Dad,
Yeah?
what does this spell?
It's a little red swirl next to the words NutraSweet brand sweetener. Not hard to spot at all. The 100% symbol means no saccharin, no sugar added, but great taste.
NutraSweet.
100% NutraSweet.
Oh, that's the good stuff.
Why some things taste better than others.
Boy, am I drained. I'm almost ready to burn out in this soft white light bulb. But if I were in the Sylvania soft white bulb, I'd last 5% longer. Why, in their 60 watt alone, I'd have 50 more shining hours. So get Sylvania's soft white light bulbs and get the most out of me.
Ask for Sylvania, where the best comes to light.
It fits. No-nonsense patios. The first patios with 16-point contouring shapes itself perfectly from your ankle all the way to your waist. It fits you like no other patios around.
And that's no nonsense.
New no-nonsense light support. It not only invigorates, but with tapered support styling, it's our most comfortable light support ever. No-nonsense light support, because you never get tired of feeling good.
And that's no nonsense.
The Lego system starts here with the curiosity of a preschooler and the big blocks of a Duplo building set. And as imaginations grow, so does the Lego system, because most every block fits every other block from every Duplo and Lego set we ever made. From preschool on up, our toys play on and on. Lego and Duplo building sets, the toys you grow up with.
block back.
When friends don't stop friends from drinking and driving, friends die. Drinking and driving can kill a friendship.
We now return to the television premiere of Alice in Wonderland.
The Duchess, oh my dear paws, oh my burn whiskers. She'll have me executed as sure as Ferris of Ferris. And where on earth did I drop my fan and gloves?
I know, Mr. Rabbit. I had them, but I seem to have lost them.
Marianne, what are you doing out here? You go home this moment and fetch me a pair of gloves and fan. Quick now, Marianne.
He mistook me for his housemaid. How surprised he'll be when he finds out who I am really. But I better find his fan and gloves. Bring them back to him, if I can. Seems so silly to be running errands for a rabbit. I suppose Dinah will be giving me orders next. Like, Alice, come here directly and watch this mouse hole while I get back. There's the fan and gloves. I know something interesting is sure to happen whenever I eat or drink anything. So I'll just see what this bottle does. Now that's quite enough. I hope I won't grow anymore. As it is, I'm sure I won't be able to get through the door. I wish I hadn't drunk so much.
Marianne! Marianne! Let me my gloves this moment! Pat! Pat! Where are you?
Back here digging for apples, Your Honor.
Digging for apples, indeed. Come and get me out of here.
Your Honor, what happened? Here.
Go! Pat! Pat! What's that in the window?
It's an arm, Your Honor.
An arm? You goose. Did you ever see an arm that size? It fills the whole window.
It sure does, Your Honor. But it's an arm anyway.
Yeah, well, at any rate, it has no business there. You're going to take it away.
Oh, I don't like this at all, Your Honor. I don't like it at all.
Bill! Bill! Come on here and help!
I'll bring the ladder, quick, Bill!
I got it!
Hurry up!
I got it! Oh!
What are you doing?
Come on, get in there! Here, what to do? Get me the roof! Oh, my goodness.
Hurry, Bill!
Look, you think the roof will hold it? Oh, my goodness. Bill! Bill, go down the chimney! That's a good idea. Right down the chimney, Billy! Down the chimney!
Bill's got to go down the chimney, does he? I think I can take care of that.
Watch your step, Bill! Down the chimney, Bill! Hurry up! Hurry up!
That's for Bill.
There goes Bill. Bye, Bill!
I wonder what they're gonna do next. You better not do that again. Such little cakes. If I eat one, it sure to make some change in my size. And since it can't possibly make me grow larger.
Marianne, come back here. Come back here, Marianne. You hear me? Come back here. Marianne, stop running. Come back.
I hardly know, sir. I knew who I was when I got it this morning, but I keep changing sizes, and I'm afraid I'll never find my way home again.
Explain yourself.
I can't, sir, because I'm not myself, you see.
No, I don't see.
Well, being so many sizes in one day is very confusing to a little girl.
No, it isn't.
Well, perhaps you haven't found it so yet. But when you have to turn into a chrysalis and then a butterfly, you'll feel a little bit queer then, won't you?
Not a bit.
Well, it would feel very queer to me.
You? Who are you?
Well, I think you ought to tell me who you are first.
Why?
Well, I don't know exactly. Besides, I think you're very rude. Goodbye.
Wait. I've got something very important to say to you.
What?
Keep your temper.
Is that all you have to say to me?
Well, no. I was also curious about your earlier remark. So you think you've changed, do you?
I definitely have. In fact, I think I've actually grown up quite a bit. But I can't quite remember.
Why not?
Well, there are a lot of things. Oh, like when I tried to recite one of my favorite poems. It came out all wrong.
Well, try You Are Old Father William and see how that comes out. Do you know that poem?
Of course. Let me see. It starts...
Wait. Let me help you.
You are old, Father William, the young man said, and your hair has become very white. and yet you incessantly stand on your head. Do you think at your age it is right? In my youth, Father William replied to his son, I feared it might injure the brain. But now that I'm perfectly sure I have none, why, I do it again and again. You are old, said the youth, as I mentioned before, and have grown most uncommonly fat. Yet you turned a back somersault in at the door. Pray, what is the reason for that? You are old, said the youth, and your jaws are too weak for anything tougher than suet. Yet you finished the goose with the bones and the beak. Pray, how did you manage to do it? You are old, said the youth, and one would hardly suppose that your eye was as steady as ever. Yet you balanced an eel on the end of your nose. What made you so awfully clever? Asked me 3 questions. Now that is enough, said his father. Don't give yourself airs. Do you think I can listen all day to such stuff? Be off, boy, or I'll kick you downstairs. Or I'll kick you downstairs. Or I'll kick you downstairs. Or I'll kick you. Or I'll kick you downstairs. That was excellent. Now, what size do you want to be, little girl?
Well, I should like to be a little larger, sir. This is such a wretched height to be, you know.
Oh? It happens to be a very good height indeed, since it also happens to be exactly my height.
I'm terribly sorry. I didn't mean it as an insult. Mr. Caterpillar, why you? Why, he's disappeared. He just absolutely disappeared. Surely someone here can tell me the way to go home.
It's for the Duchess. It's an invitation from the Queen to play croquet.
There's no use in ringing, because I'm on the same side of the gate as you are.
Then how am I supposed to get in?
Well, I don't know about you, but as for me, I'm going to sit here until tomorrow. Or the next day, maybe.
Well, I'm not. Oh, there's certainly too much pepper in that soup.
Not my soup.
Oh, no. Oh. Will you please be careful?
If everybody minded their own business, this world would go around a lot faster than it does.
Which would not be an advantage if you ask me. I mean, you see, the Earth takes 24 hours to turn around its axis.
Speaking of axes, chop off her nose.
You are acting very hateful to that baby.
Am I? Well, my dear, there's something to say for hatred, for rudeness, and for spite. Oh, no, my friend, we can't pretend that everything's sweetness and light.
There's something to say for trouble, for nastiness and gloom. Just try to be cheerful and you'll get an earful of your impending doom.
This world is not a paradise, if indeed it ever was.
It's a vale of tears, and so, my dears, throw out the chaff. Ha, don't make me laugh.
There's something to say for misery, for suffering and pain. Down at the bank, now let's be frank, they only care for gain.
There's something to say for frowning. Why must we always smile? Forget all your dreams, resort to schemes, and in just a little while,
the best laid plans of mice and men
will all come crashing down again, and we'll all despise each other in the grandest style.
Is the baby all right?
You want to hold for a while? Yeah. I have to get ready. I'm playing croquet with the queen.
If they don't take this baby away with me, they're sure to kill it.
I'm too scared to take pictures. But I'm not smart enough.
Anyone can take great pictures with Minolta's 35mm autofocus compact, Minolta Freedom 2 for decision-free pictures, and Minolta Talker for words of wisdom.
Too dark. Use flash.
Both are autofocus, auto everything.
Hey, Dorothy.
Minolta Freedom 2 and Talker autofocus wizardry.
Only from the mind of Minolta.
What's America's fun-time finger food? Geno's Pizza Rolls.
What's America's mealtime finger food? Geno's Pizza Rolls.
Pizza Rolls party snacks get their great taste from your favorite pizza ingredients, rolled in a crispy crust. Just heat and eat.
What's America's Christmas time finger food? Geno's Pizza Rolls.
Now enter Geno's Roll into Riches sweepstakes and win big cash prizes. Details on selected packages.
On the first day of Christmas, I left the Hallmark store
with a stuffed toy named Rodney Reindeer.
On the next day, I bought Rhonda, and then I added more.
Now 5 to the song of 4, dance with Rhonda.
Hallmark, thank you. 3 floppy toys, 2 girls and boys, 1 more for the treat, and a stuffed toy named Rodney Reindeer.
Give Rodney and Rhonda reindeer this Christmas. They're only at Hallmark.
Oh, wow.
What a smart person. You bought Sylvania's soft white light bulbs, where my light lasts longer. 5% longer than in other soft white bulbs. Why, in this 60-watt alone, you'll enjoy 50 more hours of me. So, you see, with Sylvania, you made the brightest choice of all.
Oh, nice meeting you.
Ask for Sylvania, where the best comes to light.
we will return to the CBS special movie presentation of Alice in Wonderland. Tuesday, country legend and rock and roll giant Johnny Cash welcomes Jerry Lee Lewis, Larry Gatlin, and Roseanne Cash for the 10th anniversary Johnny Cash Christmas special. Mary's back, meeting new people.
The hooker, and a fine one you are, I'm sure.
Tackling a new career.
What do I do for privacy?
Go home at night. Then, meet Assistant D.A. Harrigan.
I'm not going to tell you where we were or what we were doing when I had to excuse myself and go to an autopsy.
Mary and Fully Square, premiering Wednesday.
This is CBS.
Bring home the stars who grew up with you. Bring home a world where dreams come true. Bring home the best of old and new. Bring home the joy of Disney.
Bring home a Walt Disney video cassette like Pinocchio for $29.95 and get the Comedy and Magic Review for only $9.95.
Time to go, Mickey.
Bring home the joy of Disney.
Walt Disney Home Video. 21 titles, $29.95 each.
Ken Connor just got flooded with work. Ken is a GTE maintenance worker whose job it is to restore your phone service during a flood, earthquake, hurricane, or any other emergency. Ken is just one of many GTE employees who have to be prepared to go to work at any time, in any weather, to repair a phone line. Because he knows how important a phone call can be.
I'm fine. The basement's a little wet, but I'm fine.
GTE, quality service from quality people.
More AIDS victims than reported. Details at 11.
We now return to an all-star cast in Alice in Wonderland.
Little baby, if you're going to turn into a pig, then I'll have nothing more to do with you. Oh, well, if it had grown up, it would have made a dreadfully ugly child. But maybe a rather handsome pig, I suppose. Excuse me, Cheshire Cat. Would you tell me, please, which way I ought to go from here?
That depends a good deal on where you want to get to.
Home. I need to get home. I know my mother's already begun to miss me. Oh, and my cat Dinah must be very hungry.
Home? Home, is it? But you listen closely, little girl.
There's no way home from this strange land. Don't even try to understand. You're lost in time without a trace. Resign yourself to your disgrace. Somehow you've strayed and lost your way, and now there'll be no time to play, no time for joy, no time for friends, not even time to make amends. You are too naive if you do believe life is innocent laughter and fun. There are things to fear, so you see, my dear, your adventures have only begun. The world's immense, but sad to say, it makes no sense in
anyway. So what care I if you should cry? There's no way home.
I think you're a mean old cat. There must be a way home, and I'll find it.
Where are you going?
That way. Maybe I'll meet someone kind enough to help me.
Oh. Well, in that direction, there's a hatter. And in that direction, there's a March hare. Visit either you like. They're both mad.
But I don't want to visit mad people.
Well, you can't help that. We're all mad here. I mean, I'm mad. You're mad. We're all mad. Meow, baby.
Well, a head without a cat is the most curious thing I've ever seen. In my whole life. Oh, goody, I'm just in time for a tea party. May I introduce myself?
No, you may not.
But aren't introductions proper at a tea party?
My dear child, if you want an introduction, go and get yourself an orchestra. They'll give you a good 4-bar introduction. Or probably an 8-bar introduction.
I just wanted to give you my name.
Why, have you finished with it? Did you hear that? Mr. Hare, she wants to give us her name.
That is ridiculous. I mean, we already have names. We certainly don't need hers.
May I sit down?
No room.
No room. No room. No room.
There's plenty of room. There are at least 9 empty chairs.
Of course there are. We didn't say there aren't any chairs. We said there wasn't any room.
Yeah, and there certainly isn't, you know. We are here in the great outdoors.
Of course.
And there are certainly no rooms here. Right. There are a few in the house.
Would you like some wine?
I don't think I should drink wine. I'm too young.
Good. There isn't any anyway.
Then it wasn't very nice of you to offer it.
And it wasn't very nice of you to sit down without being invited.
I didn't know it was your table. It said for more than 3.
You know, your hair wants cutting.
You should learn not to make personal remarks. It's very rude.
Ooh. Why is a raven like a writing desk?
I give up. Why is a raven like a writing desk?
I haven't the vaguest idea.
Then why did you ask the question?
Because I was hoping for an intelligent answer. If I'd known the answer, I wouldn't have asked the question, would I?
Oh, you're hopeless. Incidentally, how did you become a March hare?
Well, actually, I started out being a January hare, and then I worked my way up.
No, I didn't mean that.
Well, then you should say what you mean.
What? I do. At least I mean what I say. And that's the same thing.
It isn't the same thing at all. I mean, you might just as well say, I see what I eat is the same as I eat what I see.
I give up.
Fresh cup, move down.
Who's the stuffed animal?
I am not a stuffed animal. Really? Not since dinner last night. I am a dormouse.
What do you mean, dormouse? You look like a plain mouse to me.
And you look like a plain little girl to me. And if you think that there's only one kind of a mouse, you have another think coming. Do you want to take it right now?
Take what right now?
Your other think. You have one coming, you know. No, I'm not a church mouse, because I'm too wealthy. I'm not a field mouse, and I'm not a freedom mouse.
By the way, what time is it?
Time? Time? The time now is, let me see. The time is precisely 7:27.
That can't possibly be right. It seems to me it was 7:27 about 2 hours ago.
Young lady, are you contradicting me? I am known as a stickler for accuracy.
A stickler? You are?
Yes, a stickler. When people around here want accuracy, they call me in and I stickle. That's what sticklers are supposed to do, isn't it?
But are you sure your watch is running?
Oh, of course it isn't running. It's sitting here quite quietly in my hand. Besides, it could hardly run. It has no moving parts.
No moving parts?
Correct. But it's absolutely correct twice a day.
Enough of this all.
Enough of this persiflage. Enough of this badinage.
Enough of this tomfoolery.
Enough of this banter. Enough of this saying enough. Oh, every tea party should have a little music. Young lady, would you like to sing with us?
That might be very nice. But what shall we sing?
Do you know Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star?
Yes, I do. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are.
No, that won't do at all. I prefer Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Bat, how I wonder what you're at.
How about Twinkle, twinkle, little skunk, how I wonder if you're drunk.
Twinkle, twinkle, little ant. You do look strange without your pants.
I must admit, you three do make me laugh.
Now that's a very good idea for a song. Laugh at every single thing we do. Just laugh. And we shall all perform for you. Just smile, and tensions will unwind, and you'll find that your mind takes a kind of view. Laugh, yes, even when your skies are gray, just laugh, and troubles seem to float away. You'll find it's very true, my dears, through the years that your tears and your fears will fly. Oh, there are times when crying seems the thing to do, but keep on trying till your dreams come true. Your heart, I'm sure, knows what is best for you. So laugh, little girl, just laugh.
Such a lovely song.
Thank you. I wrote it myself.
Now, how would you like to tell us a story?
I'm afraid I don't know one.
Then the Dormouse shall.
The Dormouse will. Go, wake up! Come on! Wake up!
Wake up, we got to tell a story.
Wake up! Tell a story.
We're going to tell a
Come
story
on.
for the little. Wake up. Dormouse, we're going to hear a story.
Come.
Time to wake up.
Wake up! Come on now. Tell us a story. Time to tell a story.
We need to tell a story.
Stop it! Stop it! It doesn't matter if anyone tells us a story or not.
Well, that just shows you how much you know. Yeah, at tea time, everyone should tell a story.
Well, now that he is awake, a story would be nice.
Once upon a time, there were three little sisters named Elsie, Lacey, and Tilly, and they lived at the bottom of a well.
But what do they live on?
They lived on treacle. Molasses to you.
But why did they live at the bottom of a well?
It was a treacle well.
There's no such thing.
Oh, if you can't keep a civil tongue, why don't you finish the story yourself?
No, please go on.
Well, these three little sisters, they were learning how to draw, you know.
And what did they draw?
Treacle!
I want a fresh cup. Here we go round the table. Here we go round the table. Here we go round the table.
But I don't understand. Where did they draw the trickle from?
Well, if you can get water from a water well, I suppose you can get treacle from a treacle well. Eh, stupid?
What a bright future I have. I light Sylvania bulbs. Long-lasting bulbs for your home. All kinds of energy-saving lights. And look, Sylvania put me in spotlights, garden lights, and thousands of other bulbs. Try some. I'll do a brilliant job for you.
Honey, who turned on all the lights?
Ask for Sylvania, where the best comes to light.
Things sweetened with 100% NutraSweet display the 100% NutraSweet symbol. A little red swirl next to the words NutraSweet brand sweetener. The 100% symbol means low calorie without saccharin and great taste without any sugar added. 100% NutraSweet. Why some things taste better than others.
Black & Decker's automatic shut-off iron. Because even those with the best memories can forget to turn their irons off.
Oh, thank you. My
Black & Decker's Space Maker Coffee Maker mounts over your counter. So it not only makes great coffee, it leaves plenty of room for dessert. The Space Maker Coffee Maker and the automatic shut-off iron. Now from Black & Decker, ideas at work.
When you buy a ham, you never quite know what you're getting. Some have water added. Some are flavored with artificial smoke. Some are actually pieces from lots of hams. But when you buy a Cure 81 ham, you know what you're getting. It's naturally juicy, naturally smoked. Ham after ham after ham. We guarantee it. In fact, Cure 81 hams are so consistently good, to tell them apart, we have to number them.
We will return to the television premiere of Alice in Wonderland. Wednesday on Charlie and Company, will Christmas Eve become a silent night if the kids leave home?
Hold on there, Junior Grinch.
Friday, one soul forced to barter with the devil. The other casts a light on the future from the Twilight Zone. And on Dallas,
I want Mandy Winger out of the picture.
will JR pay the price to keep his son? Then passion explodes.
I'm carrying your child.
Stop saying that because it's not true.
Falcon Crest.
For over 35 years, Henry Cohn has been giving high school students unusual summer jobs. He runs the American Jewish Society for Service, a work camp program he helped found in 1950. Hundreds of high school kids have worked long, hot summers building or rebuilding homes, schools, libraries, community centers, and parks in disadvantaged neighborhoods. The work is backbreaking. There's no pay. But those kids have built what Henry Cohn calls bridges of understanding between themselves and the communities they've served. I'm Lainey Kazan with An American Portrait.
Ah, the comfort of People Express Premium Class, and the comfort of my favorite traveling companion, the American Express card.
Sponsored by American Express. This is CBS.
What do you give someone who already owns the Cuisinart food processor? Everything.
Carl Sondheimer, father of the Cuisinart food processor.
Give a hole-in-one kit, and they'll have every optional dish for their machine. Our citrus juicer makes over 3 gallons of juice without overheating. With our whisk, our food processor will do all a mixer can do and more. With these optional attachments, the Cuisinart food processor can do everything. And who wouldn't like to get that?
Have some fun in the Florida sun on America.
Sponsored by Totally New Pampers. The diaper with the new blue waist shield helps keep your baby dry from top to bottom. We now return to the CBS special movie presentation of Alice in Wonderland.
A little fun. Don't be afraid, I won't hurt you. I'm so happy to find you. You're the only normal person I've met here. Why do people act as if they're crazy? Why do they behave the way they do? Don't they understand that the things I've planned are dreams that I demand come true? Why can't they be kind to one another and see the beauty of the golden rule? Will there come a spring when we'll know how to sing that there are better things to do? Will there come a day we'll all know how to say I love you? I love you. I wish I didn't have to go, but I really must. So you can find your mother, and I can find mine. That's very curious. However, everything's curious today. Excuse me, sirs. But would you tell me, please, why you're painting those roses?
The fact is, you see, miss, this here ought to have been a red rose bush, and we put a white one in by mistake.
Yes, and if the Queen was to find out, she'd cut our heads off, you know?
The Queen, here comes the Queen!
Who is this?
Who is what? Oh, her. I don't know.
Idiot. What is your name, child?
My name is Alice. May it please your majesty.
We'll see about that. And who are these creatures?
How should I know? It's no business of mine.
Off with her head.
Oh, come now, dear.
Did you hear me? Off with her head.
Nonsense.
Nonsense. Oh, just for that, off with her head in small increments.
Oh, no, come now, dear. She's only a child.
Did you think I was under the impression she was an alligator or a rutabaga? Of course she's a child, and a remarkably rude one. And if there's one thing I cannot stand, it's insubordination and impertinence.
That's two things, your majesty.
What? Laughing in such effrontery, you stop it right now! Ow! Ooh! Ow! Ooh! Oh, off with their heads, too!
My dear, you must not excite yourself. Really?
When there are people who annoy you or seem determined to destroy you, there's just one thing that must be done. Off with their heads!
Oh, that's rather drastic, isn't it, dear?
When there are people who deceive you or have the nerve to not believe you, there's one response that's rather fun. Off with their heads!
What about the population?
Firm! You must be absolutely firm when required.
I'm always firm, dear, always.
Squirm! That's what they'll do when they perceive they've been fired. Or worse, never mind negotiation. You will find to rule your nation. All you need to keep your slaves under their beds is just to flounce about and shout off with their heads.
You make it all sound so simple.
It is simple, my dear. They're all simple-minded. Off with their heads.
Firm!
Yes, of course, dear.
You must be absolutely firm when required.
I'm going to try to be firm about it. Yes.
Squirm!
Darling.
That's what they'll do when they perceive they've been fired. Or worse, never mind negotiation. You will find to rule your nation. All you need to keep your slaves under their beds is just to flounce about and shout off with their heads.
I suppose you're right as usual.
I am always right, my dear. It is simply... Didn't I tell you this morning that heads would roll?
Yes, indeed you did, dear, but you know it's an extraordinary thing. Heads do not roll as they used to. Nowadays they just clump down on the ground and stay there.
Ah, there's that impertinent child. Alice, would you come here a minute, dear? Can you play croquet?
Why, yes, your majesty. Although I shouldn't be able to if I had no head.
If you think such conditions are going to make me change my mind, you are quite mistaken.
Your head is as good as gone. But since you still have it, we might as well put it to some sensible use. Come along to the game.
These mothers said they wouldn't switch diapers.
I'm happy with my brand. I will not switch.
Then they tried totally new super absorbency Pampers.
Now I'm going to switch over to Pampers.
They all did, because new Pampers keeps babies drier from top to bottom.
He stayed dry all night.
This new blue waist shield stops leaks up top like no regular waist diaper can.
The blue shield helps keep wetness from the baby. Yay for Pampers!
So switch to totally new Pampers. It keeps babies drier from top to bottom.
Nobody has a tougher position than a pro defensive back, and nobody sweats more.
But I don't shower with deodorant soap, because I made a break from that stuff. A clean break with Ivory.
Look, what you see is basic natural soap, and what you get is an honest clean. Some soaps cover you with smelly perfumes or deodorants. That stuff doesn't get you clean. Ivory makes me feel clean and smell clean. That's an honest clean.
Make a clean break with Ivory. No soap can get you cleaner, no matter who you're up against.
Welch's new squeezable jellies stop the blobs. These are the blobs. New Welch's squeezables let you spread the jelly without the messy blobs.
They're neat.
Squeezable grape jelly.
And strawberry preserves.
And taste Welch's raspberry apple and apple grape.
Welch stops the blobs.
New Welch's squeezables. 5 yummy flavors made Welch's way.
Whose baby is this? She's my real baby, Grandma. I named her Katie. I'm sending out the birth announcements right now.
She's a doll. Everything about her seems so
We just got the news.
Can I hold her?
Be careful. She's my real baby.
She feels like a real baby.
Real baby.
You're my sleepy real baby, and I love you.
Real baby and sleepy real baby. Each comes with 5 birth announcements from Hasbro.
We now return to an all-star cast in Alice in Wonderland.
It's a very fine day.
The Queen seems to be enjoying it. She loves to chop off heads.
Oh, well, the Queen is very excitable. She even ordered the execution of a very dear friend, the Duchess.
What for?
Did you say what a pity?
No, I didn't. I said what for.
Oh, it was a dreadful offense. She boxed the Queen's ears. Do be quiet. The Queen will hear you. See, what happened, you see, was that the Duchess came rather late, and the Queen said to her...
What is that? Who is doing all that gibbering and jabbering back there?
Oh, dear. Meaning no disrespect to Your Majesty. Jabbering, you say? I was gibbering and the young lady was jabbering.
Well, stop it. And take your places, all of you, for a game of croquet.
Well, tell me, Alice, my dear, are you a skillful croquet player?
Well, I do beat my sister. At least sometimes. Who's the best player here?
I really don't know. Her Majesty always manages to win. And if anyone ever gets close, it's always the same thing. Off with their heads.
Excuse me, Your Majesty. I don't see any mallets. What are we going to use for mallets?
These flamingos, of course.
Of course. Of course.
And what are we to use for croquet balls?
Guinea pigs. He's as keen as mustard.
What are we to use for wickets? We do have to hit the ball through something, don't we?
Wickets, assume your positions.
Oh, you oaf, you move much too slowly. Off with his head.
It's going to be very difficult, dear, in that position.
They're dreadfully fond of beheading people here. Wouldn't you say? The great wonder is anyone left here with the head at all.
You impertinent child, wipe that smile off your face. Is that smile quite gone?
It's left the young lady's face, but it seems to have reappeared elsewhere.
It's the Cheshire Cat. Oh, hello, Cheshire Cat.
Hello. How do you like the Queen?
Not at all. I don't like the idea of losing my head. Would you?
I could hardly afford that.
I say, what is that thing?
It's a friend of mine, a Cheshire Cat. Allow me to introduce you.
I'd rather not, if you don't mind. My dear, may I introduce another of your subjects?
No, you may not. Ugh, off with his head, whoever or whatever it is. And off with his tail, too. There's more than one way to skin a cat, you know.
I'm afraid he hasn't got a tail. You can't behead something that has no body.
Well, you can try. And exactly who is the owner of this monster?
I think it belongs to the Duchess, Your Majesty. Perhaps you better ask her about it.
Oh, that shouldn't be difficult, dear. You put her in prison.
Fetch the Duchess here and be quick about it.
When I get home, I have such wonderful stories to tell about kings and queens, strange creatures in such strange lands.
Well, as I live and breathe, and I hope to keep it up, if it isn't a little one. How are you, my dear?
As well as can be expected. And you?
Huh? You're thinking. That makes you forget to talk. Well, I can't tell you just now the moral to that, but, well, I'll remember in a bit.
Perhaps it hasn't one.
Get out of here. Tut, tut, my child. Everything has a moral, if you find it. Now, the moral to that is, 'tis love, 'tis love, 'tis love that makes the world go round. Well, it isn't Her Majesty.
Well, it is. And that being the case, would you be good enough to grovel?
Grovel?
Yes, right here on the gravel.
Do you think I'm ready for groveling?
Now, I give you a choice. Either you or your head must be off, and at once.
Oh, well, then, I accept your generous offer, Your Majesty. Yes, I do. Ta-ta. Get out of here.
Bad riddance to good rubbish.
With all due respect, Your Majesty, I think you've got that backwards.
Oh? Have I? Bad rubbish to good riddance.
No, it's good riddance to bad rubbish.
What mockery. Speaking of mockery, have you met the mock turtle yet?
I don't think so, Your Majesty. But then, I don't even know what a mock turtle is.
Why, it's the thing mock turtle soup is made from. Oh, you must meet him. Now, you just follow that path and you'll see him. I must attend to some executions.
Whatever it is, it must be trapped in there. Oh, that poor little goat. There. Don't cry. Bye, little goat. You hurry back to your mother. I'm sure she misses you. I'm sure mine does, too. glad someone appreciates me. Thank you. And you hurry back to your mother, too. Who are you? Are you a mock turtle?
A mock turtle? Do I look like a mock turtle? Can't you tell a genuine griffin when you see one?
I'm so sorry, Mr. Griffin. Her Majesty told me that I'd meet the mock turtle here.
Oh, you mean that off with his head, Queen? She's a flippity-gibbet. Flippity-gibbet, flippity-gibbet, flippity-gibbet.
Flippity what?
A silly ninny. All the executions she orders, they never come about. They're all her fancy.
Then why does she even order them?
Why? Why? The eternal why of a child. But enough of my griffosophy. I'll take you to the mock turtle. Come on.
Everybody says come on. I never was to order around before in all my life. Never.
Come on.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
Christmas.
Everyone's asleep.
Shh, I know how to wake them up. Come on.
And Mr. Mom.
Happy holidays from Folgers.
Introducing Campbell's Nacho Cheese Soup Dip.
It's a dipping, a saucing, a topping. It's a spicing, a dicing, a slicing. It's a Mexican burger, a chip with a zip. It's Campbell's new Nacho Cheese Soup Dip.
Turn anything not so zippy, nacho zippy.
If it's extra crunchy peanut butter for your extra special ones, you ought to know about the difference.
The difference is just peanutty or crunch. That says you mean the world to me.
It's the only crunch for your special bunch with a taste more peanutty.
She loves crunchy peanut butter with great big peanutty chunks. So it's got to be Jif.
Of all the big brands, Jif Extra Crunchy's got more bigger chunks, more crunchy peanut taste.
The crunchier difference in Jif.
Things sweetened with 100% NutraSweet display the 100% NutraSweet symbol.
Dad,
Yeah?
what does this spell?
It's a little red swirl next to the words NutraSweet brand sweetener. Not hard to spot at all. The 100% symbol means no saccharin, no sugar added, but great taste. NutraSweet. 100% NutraSweet.
Oh, that's the good stuff.
Why some things taste better than others.
We will return to the television premiere of Alice in Wonderland. Tonight, Chris's career is on the line.
They're charging me with cowardice.
Sorry, Sergeant Katie, I'm going to have to ask you for your gun and your shield.
And it's up to Mary Beth to clear her.
I'm not going to let you down.
Mary's back, meeting new people.
The hooker. And a fine one you are, I'm sure.
Tackling a new career.
What do I do for privacy?
Go home at night.
Then, meet Assistant D.A. Harrigan.
I'm not going to tell you where we were or what we were doing when I had to excuse myself and go to an autopsy.
Mary and Fully Square, premiering Wednesday.
This is CBS.
Chloe is romance. Chloe is flowers. Chloe, the glorious fragrance by Karl Lagerfeld. Spray it on anywhere. Touch it on everywhere. Revel in it day or night. Enter the world of Chloe from Parfum Lagerfeld, Paris. You will never want to leave.
Your gift with any Chloe purchase.
Sometimes I wonder if it's worth it, all this fussing.
Ed McPeak. We grow the best blueberries in Maine. Whole county says so.
Somehow, that's not enough.
Hickory Farms has been to a lot of places to collect unique gifts for Christmas.
Hi, I'm from Hickory Farms. Heard about your blueberries.
Wild blueberry preserves and other gifts from Hickory Farms. We've done your Christmas shopping for you.
Feel better?
Will do.
Mary Tyler Moore's new TV series, a review at 11.
Alice in Wonderland, sponsored by NutraSweet. The little red swirl next to the words NutraSweet brand sweetener means a product is sweetened only with NutraSweet. Why some things taste better than others. We now return to the CBS special movie presentation of Alice in Wonderland.
Come on. There's the mock turtle, right there.
Who are you?
I'm Alice.
Guess what his sorrow is?
Well, he must want to go home. I know why I'm so sad, Mr. Mock Turtle. I want to go home. I just seem to be getting further and further away. But why are you crying?
It's all his morbid imagination. He really has no sorrow.
Oh, shut up, Griffin.
Yes, Mr. Griffin, please. But what is the matter, Mr. Mock Turtle?
Oh, my dear. Once I was a real turtle. We went to school in the sea. My teacher was an old turtle. We used to call him Tortoise.
But why did you call him Tortoise if he was really a turtle?
We called him Tortoise because he taught us. Really, you are very dull.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself, asking such a silly question.
Please tell me more.
Well, we had the best of education, reeling and writhing, and then the different branches of arithmetic, ambition, distraction, uglification, and derision.
Oh, shut up, Mock Turtle. Enough about your lessons. Why don't you sing the little girl a song?
Well, if I'm going to sing anything, I suppose a song is a good choice.
Oh, I don't know. You could sing her a sea shanty.
That's a thought. I used to live in a sea shanty.
Oh?
But I didn't care for it much. But the roof leaked, as I recall.
Now, really, Mr. Turtle.
Oh, you don't have to be so formal. You can call me by my first name.
And what is that?
Mock. That's what my mother used to call me. Mock, she'd say.
Well, whoever you are, and whatever you are, absolutely nothing you say makes any sense at all.
Oh, that's the nicest compliment I've ever been paid. There's too much sense in the world for me, in my humble opinion.
Please tell me, young lady, just what is so good about never once being misunderstood. There's far too much accurate communication, and if it continues, I fear for the nation. Nonsense, nonsense, that's what we're terribly short of. Don't you love nonsense?
I'm not really sure, well, sort of.
We're getting lethargic from aiming at logic. Let's put a stop to that. If you don't love nonsense, I'll knock off your hat. Nonsense, nonsense, simply can't do without it. Burn incense to nonsense and sing us a song about it. Let young Master Billy be hopelessly silly until he is blue in the face. We must never be grave, 'tis nonsense will save the blooming human race. simply can't do without it. Burn incense to nonsense and sing us a song about it. Let young Master Billy be hopelessly silly until he is blue in the face. We must never be grave, 'tis nonsense will save the blooming human race.
Now, tell us about your adventures.
Well, I would tell you my adventures beginning from this morning. There's no use going back to yesterday, because I was a different person then.
The trial's beginning! The trial's beginning!
Come on, come on.
What trial is it?
Never mind, come on.
Bye, Alice. Bye, Griffin.
I wish they'd get the trial done and pass out the refreshments. What are they doing? They can't have anything to write down yet before the trial's begun.
He's writing down the names for fear they shall forget them before the end of the trial.
Silence in the court!
Silence in the court. Herald, read the accusation.
The Queen of Hearts, she made some tarts, all on a summer day. The Knave of Hearts, he stole some tarts and took them quite away.
Consider your verdict.
Oh, no, Your Majesty, not yet. There's a lot more to come.
Really? Call the first witness.
Call the first witness!
Call the first witness.
I beg your pardon, Your Majesty. I was just finishing my tea when they dragged me in here.
You should have finished your tea. When did you begin?
The 14th of March, I think.
16. Oh, don't be impertinent. Give your evidence or I'll have you executed on the spot. Oh, my dear, did you hear that?
Bravo! Oh, Your Honor, I'm a very poor man. And I had just begun my tea, not more than a week or so ago. And what with the bread and butter getting thinner and the twinkling of the tea.
The twinkling of the what?
It began with the tea.
Well, of course, twinkling begins with a tea. Everybody knows that. Do you think I'm a dunce?
Your Honor, I'm a poor man, and most things began to twinkle after that. Only the March Hare said...
I didn't. You did. I didn't. You did. I didn't. You did. Why deny it? Be a good sport. I'll explain it all to the court. I'll bet you tea and you drink a quart. I didn't. You did. I didn't. You did. He denies it. Strike it out.
Your Majesty, I'm a poor man.
You're a very poor speaker, too. If that's all you know about the case, you may stand down.
Stand down, Your Majesty? But I can hardly get any lower. I'm on the floor as it is.
Well, then simply go.
Of course. And just take his head off outside.
Where he goes, I go.
Call the next witness.
Call the next witness.
Call the next witness. Give your evidence.
No, I won't.
Your Majesty, you must cross-examine the witness.
Must I?
Of course you must.
Why must I?
Because I say so.
Oh, of course, that's different. What's a tarts made of?
What? Tarts. What is a tart made of?
Well, tart starts with a T. Then you add an A, then you add an R, then you add...
No! What are the ingredients?
Oh, well, pepper.
Lots of pepper!
They most certainly are not! They are made of Rico!
Pepper, 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 pepper!
Rico,
Pepper! You are an idiot! It's pepper!
Off with his head! And after that, pinch off his whiskers. And off with her head, too!
Rico,
Pepper!
Thank you for taking over the cross-examination, my dear. It was giving me rather a headache.
Well, if these examinations are really supposed to be cross, I am much better at that sort of thing than you are.
How true, how true. Have we a verdict?
You haven't gotten the evidence yet.
Silence!
Oh.
What's the matter? What's the matter?
You're growing, young lady.
But I didn't eat a piece of mushroom or drink anything.
There's no doubt about it. You're growing up.
Things sweetened with 100% NutraSweet display the 100% NutraSweet symbol.
Sure you know what you're looking for?
A little red swirl next to the words NutraSweet brand sweetener.
Sold on TV.
Not hard to spot at all.
You're gonna freeze your face.
The 100% symbol means great taste without any sugar added and no saccharin.
Found it.
100% NutraSweet.
About time.
Why some things taste better than others.
You think colds are bad on Earth? Try one in space. When you're weightless, nothing drains. Your nose, your sinuses stay stopped up. You feel terrible. That's why active cold tablets are standard equipment for every astronaut. ActiFed delivers. It's the cold tablet most recommended by doctors for fast relief in space and on Earth.
There's something about a train. There's something about a train that's magic.
With Amtrak's lower fares, you can travel across the country and back for just $275 or less. Or turn a one-way ticket worth over $50 into a round-trip ticket for just $7 more.
All aboard America. All aboard Amtrak.
McDonald's new McDLD could be the best tasting lettuce and tomato hamburger ever.
Beefy McD, cool, crisp, healthy, in perfect harmony. So you taste the hot, you taste the cool, the way it's supposed to be. It's a good time for the great day.
And that was just your first bite.
Of McDonald's.
We now return to Alice in Wonderland.
Can you hear me up there? Alice, you're the next witness.
I can hear you.
She's a monster.
The Queen should chop her down to size right now.
What do you know about this business?
Nothing.
Nothing whatever?
Nothing whatever.
Oh, that's very important.
How could it possibly be important?
Unimportant, Your Majesty means, of course.
Unimportant, I meant, of course. Rule 42. All persons over a mile high are to leave the court.
I'm not a mile high.
Yes, you are.
I I most certainly am not.
Nearly 2 miles high.
I don't mean to be rude, Your Highness, but you really don't know what you're talking about. Besides, it's not a regular rule. You invented it just now.
Young lady, that is the oldest rule in the book.
Then it ought to be number 1.
Give me a verdict. Give me a verdict.
But there's more evidence to come yet. But please, Your Majesty, a very important envelope has just been found.
Why don't you just let the poor prisoner go? You can see he's a nice man.
What's in the envelope?
Your Majesty, a set of verses.
Your Majesty, please. I didn't write them.
The knave didn't sign them. In fact, nobody signed them.
That proves his guilt. Off with his head. Off with his head.
It doesn't prove anything. And you really ought to stop yelling off with everybody's head. It's a terrible habit you have.
Silence! Silence!
Just set the prisoner free and let him go home. His family probably misses him very much. And one of the worst feelings in the whole world is to be homesick. I ought to know.
Give me a verdict. Give me a verdict.
How can they give a verdict when there isn't a bit of meaning in this whole trial?
Oh, well, if there's no meaning, that saves us a world of trouble. We don't have to try to find any.
Sentence first, verdict after.
Are you crazy? You can't have the sentence first.
Hold your tongue.
I will not hold my tongue. Hold yours.
Ooh, off with her head. Off with her head.
Get her! Grab her! Off with her head!
Off with her head. Off with her head. Off with her head.
I'm not afraid of you. You're nothing but a pack of cards. Ouch! Stop it! Stop it! Look at little thing.
After her.
Faster! Faster! Get her! Catch her! Get her!
Mother, Father, I'm back. Mother, Father, anybody. Dad, I'm home. I'm home. What are you doing on that side of the mirror? I'm here, I'm here! On the other side of the mirror! Mother! Mother! Help me, I'm here! Mother! Mother! I'm here! On the other side of the mirror! Jabberwocky. 'Twas Brillig and the slithy toes, to Gyre and Gimble and the Wabe. How mimsy were the Borgoves, and the Mome-Ras out Grabe. Beware the Jabberwock, my son, the jaws that bite, and the claws that catch. Beware the Jubjub bird, and shun the fumiest Bandersnatch. I can just tell this is supposed to be a scary poem. It's a good thing I'm grown up, or I probably would be a little frightened. Thunder doesn't frighten me, and I'm not the least bit afraid.
Here are some scenes from tomorrow's conclusion of Alice in Wonderland.
I'm terribly sorry. I really didn't mean to knock you all over.
When you reach the 8th square of the chessboard, then you'll be a queen.
How do you do? Shake hands.
Jane tomorrow, Jane yesterday, but never ever Jane today.
Welcome, Queen Alice. A present's come for you, dear.
This is Maria Shriver. We'll talk with Spies Like Us star Chevy Chase and look at books that make great Christmas gifts tomorrow on the CBS Morning News.
Now stay tuned as Chris gets caught in a robbery, but her actions lead to charges of negligence on Cagney and Lacey. Next.
Maybe New York doesn't need another man with a gun.
Wednesday.
You should expect things to get darker before the dawn.
The Equalizer is challenged. Take on a vicious street gang, unarmed.
You cannot fight this kind of enemy without a weapon.
But the Equalizer is not the kind of man who turns down a challenge.
Could be interesting.
Wednesday.
Good evening from CBS News. This is Newsbreak. A price war has broken out among the world's oil producers since the OPEC oil cartel decided earlier today to lower its prices in an effort to keep its share of the market. Jorge Videla, a former president of Argentina, was sentenced today to life in prison for murder, kidnapping, torture, and theft committed during his 6 years as military dictator.
Introducing new Marigore Bowl from Taster's Choice. Superior gourmet coffee beans are roasted long and dark for a strong, smooth cup of coffee. New Marigore Bowl. The choice for taste is Taster's Choice.
Remember all that unsolicited mail you received this year from your elected officials in Washington? Well, the bill is in. The cost an estimated $144 million. I wonder how much of it was read. I'm Lem Tucker in Washington. More news later on this CBS station.
This is CBS.
You're either in or you're out.
There's a lot of uncertainty.
Boy with the headband, Deanna, yellow sweats, and the pink stage left. Next move.
What is it that separates you from the rest?
You want the job, don't you?
Of course I want the job.
Back in line.
I was petrified.
It was frustrating.
It was fun.
They love me.
It's the best.
One singular sensation.
The movie, A Chorus Line, rated PG-13.
Starts Thursday at select theaters.
The other day, I went to Mervin's to get my dad a Christmas present. My mom came, too. Boy, you should see all the stuff they got. Jewelries, tons of clothes. Coats to hide in. Even girl stuff. I wanted to get Dad a GoBot, but my mom thought a shirt would be better. She would.
Tonight on a CBS special movie presentation, all the stars are coming through the looking glass. Lloyd Bridges, Carol Channing, Jack Warden, Sally Struthers, Donna Mills, Ann Gillian, Steve Lawrence, Edie Gourmet, Carl Malden, Jonathan Winters, Harvey Korman, Jeff Bridges, Ernest Borgnine, Anthony Newley, Artie Johnson, Roddy McDowell, Merv Griffin, and many more in the exciting conclusion of Irwin Allen's fantastic production, Alice in Wonderland. Next. Alice in Wonderland. Sponsored by NutraSweet. The little red swirl next to the words NutraSweet brand sweetener means a product is sweetened only with NutraSweet. Why some things taste better than others.
Things sweetened with 100% NutraSweet display the 100% NutraSweet symbol.
Dad?
Yeah?
What is this, Bill? And
It's a little red swirl next to the words NutraSweet brand sweetener. Not hard to spot at all. The 100% symbol means no saccharin, no sugar added, but great taste.
NutraSweet.
100% NutraSweet.
oh, that's the good stuff.
Why some things taste better than others.
If you've got a lot of men to buy for, but not a lot of ideas, come to Sears. Save 50% on this Craftsman drill and circular saw, or this Craftsman tool set. Need more ideas? This cassette car stereo is half price, and this Craftsman timing light is only $29.99. Plus, Sears has dozens of hardware gifts for under $15. Shall I go on?
There's more for your life at Sears. Windows on America. Pictures go by, the land and the sky, rolling across America.
With Amtrak's lower fares, you can travel across the country and back for just $275 or less. Or turn a one-way ticket worth over $50 into a round-trip ticket for just $7 more.
All aboard America, all aboard Amtrak, all aboard.
The world's an easy place to lose touch nowadays. Families, friends, suddenly pick up and move to Timbuktu.
Morning, Henry.
Here you are.
Thanks. It's from the Gordons.
Pretty picture, a few nice words, and that's all a Christmas card is.
Marge says hello.
Nice way to tell someone you care, though.
Oh, I'll see you tomorrow.
When you care enough to send the very best, go to Hallmark.
Here are some scenes from part 1 of Alice in Wonderland.
I wish I could have tea with everyone.
Be patient, Alice. Tea time for you will come soon enough.
Oh, dear, I shall be too late.
Mr. Rabbit! Maybe this is the way home. That's strange. I wonder how many there are. Ooh. What's happening to me? I'm shrinking.
Marianne, let's leave my gloves this moment.
You are old, Father William, the young man said, and your hair has become very white. And yet you incessantly stand on your head. Do you think at your age it is right?
There's something to say for hatred, for rudeness, and for spite. Oh no, my friend, we can't pretend that everything's sweetness and light.
There's something to say for trouble, for nastiness and gloom.
Excuse me, Cheshire Cat. I need to get home. I know my mother's already begun to miss me. Would you tell me, please, which way I ought to go from here? I just wanted to give you my name.
Why, have you finished with it?
Oh, you're hopeless.
Laugh. Yes, even when your skies are gray, just laugh, and troubles seem to float away.
When there are people who annoy you or seem determined to destroy you, there's just one thing that must be done. Off with their heads!
Consider your verdict.
You haven't gotten the evidence yet.
Silence.
Ooh.
Off with her head! Off with her head! After her!
Mother, I'm here, look! I'm here! On the other side of the mirror! Jabberwocky. sorry. I really didn't mean to knock you all over. Hello? Hello?
Are you all right, my dear?
I think so.
Oh, look at me. My dress is a mess.
Hello?
And I just had it made.
I really don't think they can hear
I'll
me.
see to a new one at once.
Hello? And they can't see me either.
My baby! My precious Lily, my imperial child!
Oh, imperial fiddlesticks. I think my nose is out of whack. So's my sacroiliac.
Baby! My baby!
Yeah, my baby.
Oh! Mind the tornado.
What tornado?
The one that practically blew me up. Be careful. There's really a very strong wind.
It's gonna take you hours to get on that table if I don't help you. Please don't make such faces. You're making me laugh so hard I can hardly hold you.
Well, I warned you about the tornado.
I've turned cold to the very end of my whiskers.
You don't have any whiskers.
The horror of what just happened to me, I shall never forget.
Baby.
Hello again. Hello. They can't see me or hear me. And they certainly won't be able to tell me anything about that terrible monster.
I can tell you about your monster.
You can? I'd be ever so grateful. And you can see me and hear me?
Of course.
What happened to that monster? Not that I'd want to meet him again.
Nothing happened to him. That monster was the thing you created in your own mind.
My mind most certainly did not create anything like that. I was simply reading a silly book.
Your fears gave birth to it. And until you overcome those fears, little girl,
My name's Alice, Mr. Al.
as long as you have those fears inside you, Alice, the Jabberwocky may come for you at any time.
Well, I suppose there are some fears inside me. But please, I really must know how to get back through the mirror.
Well, don't worry.
Why shouldn't I worry?
Well, there's always another way back. And there's no point in going home until you're not so afraid of not growing up.
Now, wait a minute. I've done a great deal of growing up. And growing down.
When you overcome the great fear in you, then and only then will you be able to stop the frightening appearances of the Jabberwocky and return to your family.
But how?
Only you know the answer to that.
I don't know. If I knew, I would tell myself. And you don't care, or you'd tell me. You really would.
Oh, but I do care. And you will see that all the creatures in Looking Glass Land care.
Why should they?
Because when the fear in you creates the Jabberwocky, it is dangerous for all of us around here. It is really to our best interest if you cure these terrible afflictions by yourself. The best way to do it is to stay here and listen to me for a few years.
Years? I can't even stay here for another moment. My poor mother must be in a terrible state. Goodbye.
If you don't stay, you may never get home at all.
Well, I suppose I could stay and listen to you for a while.
In that case, I'll be on my way.
But you wanted me to stay.
Ah, but now you're in Looking Glass Land. And everything here is backward. The reverse of everything you expected.
But we were just beginning to talk. Just beginning to...
Yes. Yes, my dear. But here, beginnings are endings.
Such a lovely garden. Maybe this is the way home. I hope. If only flowers could talk.
We can talk, if there's anybody worth talking to.
Excuse me. Can all the flowers talk?
As well as you can, and a great deal louder.
It's just not good manners for us to speak first. But since you did before we did, I can tell you, when I first saw you, I thought, this little girl has a face with some sense in it, though not very much.
It looks like a very clever face to me.
If only her petals curled up a little more, she might be all right.
Aren't you frightened at being planted out here? Without anybody to take care of you?
There's the tree close by.
But what can it do if any danger came?
It could bark.
It says bow wow. That's why its branches are called boughs. You'd have to be pretty dense not to understand that.
If you don't speak to me more politely, I'll pick you.
Good for you. There's only one flower worse than the tiger lily, the daisy. When one speaks, they all speak. It's enough to make you faint the way they go on and on and on.
Who is it you all talk? Been in many gardens before, but none of the flowers could talk.
Put your hand down and feel the ground. Then you'll know why.
It's very hard, but I don't see what that has to do with it.
In most gardens, they make the beds too soft, so the flowers are always asleep.
I never thought of that before.
In my opinion, you never think at all. I never saw anybody who looked more stupid.
Hold your tongue. As if you ever saw anybody. You hide your head under your leaves and snore away till you know no more of what's going on in the world than a bud.
Are there any more people in the garden besides me?
Oh, a few. And here comes one of the stranger ones now.
Oh, my. The red crane's grown a good deal.
It's the fresh air that does it.
Excuse me. I really must go and talk to her. Goodbye.
Where did you come from?
I...
Look up, speak nicely, and stop twiddling your fingers all the time.
I'm lost. I lost my way.
What do you mean, your way? All the ways around here belong to me. And curtsy while you're thinking of what to say. It saves time.
I only wanted to see what the garden was like, Your Majesty. I thought I'd try and find my way to the top of this hill. Oh, the land. It's all marked out like a large chessboard.
Well, of course it is.
This is all one big game of chess? One big game that's being played all over the world? I can't believe it. There must be pieces moving everywhere. I wish I was one of them.
Oh, you're going to be.
How wonderful! I wouldn't even mind being a pawn, but I'd rather be a queen.
But you're going to be a pawn. One of the White Queen's little brats is too young to play, so you'll have to take her place.
You'll be a pawn, which will start you in the second square of the board, naturally.
I can't play. I really must be going home.
When you're a queen, you may go home.
But you said I was only going to be a pawn.
That's quite correct. But when you reach the 8th square of the chessboard, then you'll be a queen, and then you may go home. Hurry! We'll miss everything.
Hurry where?
I'll show you.
Faster! Faster! I don't understand!
Don't try to talk! Faster! Faster!
Are we nearly there?
Go! Faster! You may rest a little now.
We haven't gotten anywhere.
If you wanted to get anywhere, you'd have to run twice as fast as you did.
Now what are you doing?
I'm taking measurements. At the end of 3 yards, I shall have some more rules for you. And at the end of 5 yards, I shall go.
Can't you stay and talk a while?
Well, that does it. I really must be going now. If you do make it to the 8th square, then we shall all be queens together, and it will all be feasting and fun.
How will I get home? Tell me. What happened to her? Oh, my. I will find my way home. Just know I will. Toot-toot, here comes the train.
Here's a toy both you and your kids will like. It's the Shuffletown Railroad. Kids love shuffling the little people in the train around town, and you'll like the fact that the pieces won't fall out. So picking up is child's play. And you can connect all the Shuffletown sets to create Shuffletown World. Kids can shuffle from the farm to the school and back to the train. And the pieces will stay all aboard, right, kids?
Right!
Shuffletown Farm, School, and the new Shuffletown Railroad from Hasbro Preschool.
From the time I get up in the morning, it's a race with the clock. So I don't have time to slow down for a cold, much less a cold medicine that makes me drowsy. That's why I count on Sudafed for fast relief without feeling drowsy.
Sudafed starts to relieve a stuffy nose and clogged sinuses in as quick as 22 minutes without drowsiness. Just 22 minutes, and you can get on with your day. Sudafed, the fast-acting cold medicine
That won't slow you down.
Mom, guess what I found in my sock? I'm using it now.
Give someone you love a warm conversation with someone they love.
Sure, the baby said Cookie, but can she say Grandma?
Give an AT&T long-distance gift certificate. It's the perfect gift for people who need people.
Sue, it's Bob. Just thought I'd call to say hello.
The People Present. Available in $25 gift packs. 5 $5 certificates. AT&T. The right choice.
Year after year, the taste of Diet 7-Up just couldn't be beat.
Come on, big guy. You can do it.
Diet Coke couldn't do it.
Piece of cake.
Diet Pepsi couldn't do it.
Go for it, kid.
Diet Sprite could not do it. Even with 100% NutraSweet, these contenders still can't beat the crisp, clean taste of Diet 7-Up. Now with 100% NutraSweet. Diet 7-Up. The taste they just can't beat.
Missing Juanita Estevez, now age 16, last seen Yuba City, California, November 27, 1984. Call 800-843-5678.
We now return to the television premiere of Alice in Wonderland.
get to the 8th square as quickly as possible. Which way do I go? What do I do?
Well, what have we here?
My. Ticket, please. Here you are. There. Show your ticket. Well, don't keep him waiting, child. His time is worth $1,000 a minute.
I'm afraid I haven't got one. There wasn't a ticket office where I came from.
No excuses, please. You should have bought one from the engine driver. Ticket.
He means the man who drives the engine also sells the ticket. You should have known that.
There's obviously no use in even speaking to you people. Or whatever you are.
You'd better say nothing at all, then. Around here, language is worth $1,000 a word.
I'll dream about $1,000 tonight. I just know it.
Where are you going, child?
To Square 4.
Well, at least she's old enough to know where she's going, even if she doesn't know her own name.
I know my name.
She should have known her way to the ticket office, even if she doesn't know the alphabet.
I know the alphabet.
Nah.
I really do.
She'll have to go back from here as luggage.
No, I won't. I don't belong on this railway journey at all. I was in the forest just now and I wish I could get back there.
Well, if wishes were horses, beggars would ride. That's an old expression. Here's another old expression.
If you're so anxious to make a joke, why don't you make one?
Well, it's the most sort of thing I've ever heard of.
What a bunch of grouchy people you all are.
We should send her on by mail. She's got quite a stamp on her.
No. We should send her as a message by telegraph. Hold on. I think this train's out of control.
Oh, who cares? As long as it'll take me into the 4th square. I really think I should pull an emergency cord.
There isn't an emergency cord.
There's not even a non-emergency cord.
No.
There's got to be. All trains have one. You pull it and the train stops.
Well, there isn't, you little crybaby.
There's got to be one.
There isn't. The only thing you can pull around here is your own weight.
That's what you think.
Yeah.
Well, must say.
Who stopped the train?
She's the culprit.
Tattletale?
Well, how did she do it?
She yanked on his chinny chin chin.
Almost pulled my whiskers up, she did. Look, girl, didn't you know it's against the law to stop the train? Unless, of course, it's an emergency.
It was. The train was running away.
Oh? And who was it running away from?
That's a silly question.
And you're a silly girl.
And you're a silly Billy. Goat.
Oh, you got your goat that time.
Got your goat. That's very good. I'm going to write that down on paper.
Next time, stay off my train.
I will.
She almost ruined my lunch.
Hello.
Hello. What do you want?
You look like a very nice person. A very, very nice person who wouldn't hurt me even if I am an insect.
I can see that. But exactly what kind of insect are you?
I'm a gnat. But what kind of insect do they like where you come from?
Well, I don't usually like insects where I come from. But could you please tell me if this is the 4th square? You see, I'm on my way to the 8th square, where I'll be a queen.
Why would you want to be a queen?
I guess then I'll be grown up enough to go home. And my mother will be so glad to see me. She'll see how grown up I am and invite me to sit at tea. Is this the 4th square?
Yes, but I wouldn't go in there if I were you.
Well, as long as there aren't any monsters, I'm sure I'll be quite fine. Now, if you'll excuse me, I really must be going.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
No, I really would never say that. Bye. To Tweedledum's house, to the home of Tweedledee. Suppose those two live in the same house. Maybe they can tell me how to get to the 8th square.
If you think we're waxworks, you really ought to pay, you know. Waxworks weren't made to be looked at for nothing.
I didn't know you were alive.
Contrariwise, if you think we're alive, then you should speak.
Oh, yes. I'm very sorry.
I know what you're thinking about. Well, it isn't so. No how.
Contrariwise, if it was so, it might be, and if it were so, it would be. But as it isn't, it ain't. That's logic.
Well, I was thinking which way was the best way out of the wood.
Well, you've begun wrong. The first thing you do in a visit is you say, how do you do? And you shake hands.
How do you do? Shake hands. Welcome to you. Shake hands. It's really quite important to be proper. And don't you dare to be dumb or you may come a cropper. The weather is fine. Shake hands. The pleasure is mine. Shake hands. And though the meeting may be fleeting, it's so lovely, don't you see? If you shake hands with me. The pleasure is mine. Shake hands. And though the meeting may be fleeting, it's so lovely, don't you see? If you shake hands, don't be a fool. Shake hands. If you shake hands with me.
I hope you're not too tired.
Oh, no, how? Well, thank you very much for asking.
So much obliged. You like poetry?
Well, some poetry. But would you tell me which road leads out of the wood?
But I know so much poetry. You really must stay long enough and let me entertain you. What marvelous poem shall I recite to her?
Why, The Walrus and the Carpenter. It's the longest.
If it's very long, would you please tell me first which road? I mean, you're both so very exhausted.
Nonsense.
The sun was shining on the sea, shining with all his might. He did his very best to make the billows smooth and bright. And this was odd because it was the middle of the night. The moon was shining sulkily because she thought the sun had got no business to be there after the day was done.
It's very rude of him, she said, to come and spoil the fun.
The sea was wet as wet could be. The sands were dry as dry. You could not see a cloud because no cloud was in the sky. No birds were flying overhead. There were no birds to fly. And the carpenter were walking close at hand. They wept like anything to see such quantities of sand.
If this were only cleared away, my friend, it would be grand. If 7 maids with 7 mops swept it for half a year, do you suppose in that much time that they could get it clear?
I doubt it really could be done, at least by me, my dear.
I see that.
Oysters, come and walk with us, we truly do beseech. A pleasant walk, a pleasant talk along the briny beach. We cannot do with more than 4 to give a hand to each.
The time has come, I'm quite convinced, to talk of many things.
Of shoes and ships and sealing wax, of cabbages and kings. And why the sea is boiling hot, and whether pigs have wings.
But wait a bit, if you don't mind, before we have our chat. For some of us are out of breath, and all of us are fat.
We do not wish to hurry you.
Thank you much for that.
A loaf of bread and butter too is what we chiefly need. And vinegar and salt besides are very good indeed. Now if you're ready, oysters dear, we can begin to feed.
Not on us if it's all the same and strictly entre nous. For after such a kindness, what a dismal thing to do.
Shall we have some wine?
The night is fine. Do you admire the view? It was so kind of you to come, and you are so very nice.
Talk is cheap by the briny deep. Cut get us another slice. I wish you were not quite so deaf. I've had to ask you twice.
It seems a rather dreadful shame to play them such a trick. After we brought them out so far and made them trot so quick.
Say what you will, but as for me, the butter's spread too thick. Look, they're getting turn around, get after them.
I weep for you, my little friends. I deeply sympathize. I sob a sob and I weep some tears, all those of a larger size.
Oh, hold your pocket handkerchief before your blooming eyes.
Oh, oyster, said the carpenter, you've had a pleasant run. Shall we be trotting home again? But the answer came there none. And this was scarcely odd because they've eaten everyone.
They ate them all? What monsters!
Hello, Mother. Daddy, you too. Love my classes. Here at State U. Just one problem. It's my laundry. Miss that nice fresh smell. Hey, Mom, I'm in a quandary.
You Miss Downey, that'll do it. April freshness, rinses through it. Deep down softness, it goes all through. Makes your clothes feel just like home the way you're used to. Downy freshness makes a difference, love, we miss you.
April Fresh Downy, that soft, fresh feeling of home.
It's Bosley's Law. She who buys bargain trash bags can be penny wise, but trash foolish. Glad trash bags are made with 3 plies of Stress Flex that lets the bag stretch without breaking. Why take chances? Get Glad.
Is he gonna eat Jif too?
Sure. It's gotta be Jif for my guys. Or girls.
The difference is just being none of your taste. But says he means the world to me.
I'll teach him to make the Jif all gone.
It's the nutty one for your special one with a taste more peanutty.
I remember choosing the peanut butter for his first taste. I tried all the big brands, and Jif had more fresh roasted peanut taste.
Peanutty difference in Jif.
Do I have to share if he's a girl?
In a distant land, Santa's elves are especially busy making you something special. A stuffed reindeer ornament just like the reindeer in the new motion picture Santa Claus the Movie.
Good likeness.
And it's free when you buy a $5 book of McDonald's gift certificates. So put plenty of both on your Christmas list. McDonald's gift certificates and free reindeer ornaments. Seeing is believing.
We will return to the CBS special movie presentation of Alice in Wonderland. Wednesday on Charlie and Company, will Christmas Eve become a silent night if the kids leave home?
Hold on there, Junior Grinch.
Thursday, a ghost from the past.
The boy from Atlantis. The kid is real.
Unearths a murder case that might end Magnum's future. And when a $1 million deal turns deadly, Rick trades places with AJ in a scheme only a mother could love.
Did you know your eyes change color when you're about to do something stupid?
Simon and Simon. Then Gary gets closer to the truth about Empire Valley.
You've been in on this from the beginning.
And the truth is murder.
How do you want me to do it? Quietly.
Knots Landing, Thursday.
This is CBS.
Do
Pierre Cardin men's cologne. Now, this executive watch and cologne gift set is just $23 with any Pierre Cardin fragrance purchase.
Ira, how'd you get this number? I got new partners. Jack Colton and Joan Wilder. We're romancing a new kind of stone called the Jewel of the Nile. I can't talk anymore. I think somebody wants to use the phone. Look, I gotta go. And if I gotta go, you gotta go.
The Jewel of the Nile, rated PG.
Starts tomorrow, Egyptian Hollywood, Egyptian Westwood, and selected theaters near you.
Jewel of the Nile, a review at 11.
We now return to an all-star cast in Alice in Wonderland.
Oh, it's somebody Shaw.
Bread and butter. Bread and butter. Bread and butter. Bread and butter. My show. Where's my bread and butter? Oh, thank you. I've been looking for that.
Then I'm very glad I happened to be in the way.
Bread and butter. Bread and butter.
Am I dressing the White Queen?
Well, yes, if you can call that a dressing. It's not my notion of the thing at all.
If Your Majesty would only tell me the right way to begin, I'll do it as well as I can. May I help put your shawl on straight for you?
Please. It's out of temper, I think. It's in a snit. It's peevish. It's having a fit. I've pinned it here and I've pinned it there. There's no pleasing it.
Well, you look better now. But really, you should have a lady's maid.
I'll take you with pleasure. 2 a week and jam every other day.
I don't want you to hire me. And I don't care for jam.
Well, it's very good jam.
Well, I don't want any today at any rate.
Well, you couldn't have it if you did want it. The rule is jam tomorrow, jam yesterday, but never jam today.
It must come sometimes to jam today.
No, it can't. It's jam every other day. Today isn't any other day, you know.
Jam tomorrow, jam yesterday, but never ever jam today. I said jam tomorrow, jam yesterday, but never ever jam today. You can wish as you want, you can want as you wish. Still you better hear me say jam tomorrow, jam yesterday, but never ever jam today. Not ashamed of marmalade. Neither jelly nor honey, but love nor money. Never ever jam today. Oh, you can wish as you want, you can want as you wish. Still, you better hear me say jam tomorrow, jam yesterday, but never ever jam today.
Dreadfully confusing.
Well, that's the effect of living backwards. It makes everyone a little giddy at first. But there's one great advantage. The memory works both ways.
Well, I'm sure mine only works one way. I can't remember things before they happen.
That's a poor sort of memory, only works backwards.
What sort of things do you remember best?
Things that happened the week after next. Ah! My finger's bleeding. Ah!
How'd that happen? Have you stuck your finger?
Well, I haven't stuck it yet, but I soon shall.
Ah! When do you expect to do it?
When I fasten my shawl again. The brooch will come undone directly.
Be careful, you're holding it all crooked.
See? That accounts for the bleeding. Now you understand the way things happen here. How old are you?
7.5 exactly.
I'm just 101.
I can't believe that.
You can?
I hope your finger's better now.
Better. Much better.
What a thick black cloud that is. I believe it's got wings. I hope it's not... It's only a giant bird. I thought the Jabberwocky was coming back again. Can't reach me here. It's too large to hit through the trees. I wish it wouldn't flap its wings so. It's like a hurricane. It's Humpty Dumpty. It can't be anyone else. And he looks exactly like a giant egg.
Young lady, it's not very nice to tell someone he looks like an egg.
Some eggs are very beautiful, you know.
Some people have no more sense than a baby.
My name's Alice, sir.
That's a stupid name.
I may be stupid, sir, but don't you think it'd be a lot safer down here on the ground? The wall is very narrow.
Of course I don't think so. Why, even if I did fall off, the king has promised
He
that...
sent all of his horses and all of his men to put Humpty Dumpty back together again.
You've been snooping at doors, or you couldn't have known that.
Oh, no. It's in a book of very famous nursery rhymes. What a beautiful belt you've got.
Really? When a person doesn't know a cravat from a belt. It's a cravat, child, and a very beautiful one, I might add. It's a present from the White King and Queen.
Really?
Yes, really. They gave it to me for an unbirthday present just this past week.
An unbirthday present? What's an unbirthday present?
It's a present given when it isn't your birthday, of course.
I like birthday presents best.
You don't know what you're talking about. How many days are there in a year?
365.
And how many birthdays do you have?
1.
And if you take 1 from 365, that means you can get 364 unbirthday presents. You see, dum-dum?
Certainly.
And only 1 for birthday presents, you know. Now, there's glory for you.
But I don't know what you mean by glory.
Of course you don't, till I tell you. I mean, there's a nice knockdown argument for you.
But glory doesn't mean a nice knockdown argument.
When I use a word, it means just what I choose it to mean. Neither more or less.
The question is whether you can make words mean so many different things.
The question is, which is to be master? That's all. Words have a temper. Some words particularly. verbs, they're the proudest. Adjectives, you can do anything with, but not verbs. However, I can manage the whole lot of them. Impenetrability. That's what I say.
Would you please tell me what that word means?
Now, you talk like a reasonable child. I meant by impenetrability that we've had enough of that subject. And it would be just as well if you'd mention what you mean to do next, as I suppose you don't mean to stop here all the rest of your life.
That's a great deal to make one word mean.
When I make a word do a lot of work like that, I always pay it extra.
Mr. Dumpty, if you're going to skip and dance, don't you really think it'd be a bit safer down here on the ground?
Actually, no. If I thought that, I'd do that. You are a rather fearful little child, aren't you?
Mr. Dumpty, you don't understand. I suppose I do have a lot of fears inside me. And Mr. Rao, at least I think that was his name. Mr. Dumpty, my fears are bringing back the Jabberwocky.
Jabberwocky?
When you buy a ham, you never quite know what you're getting. Some have water added. Some are flavored with artificial smoke. Some are actually pieces from lots of hams. But when you buy a Cure 81 ham, you know what you're getting. It's naturally juicy, naturally smoked. Ham after ham after ham. We guarantee it. In fact, Cure 81 hams are so consistently good, to tell them apart, we have to number them.
Things sweetened with 100% NutraSweet display the 100% NutraSweet symbol. A little red swirl next to the words NutraSweet brand sweetener. The 100% symbol means low calorie without saccharin and great taste without any sugar added. 100% NutraSweet. Why some things taste better than others.
AT&T's Reach Out America plan is a lot of talk.
She's not running marathons, but she's getting there.
Yeah, and guess where we found him?
An hour of long-distance calls across the U.S., weekends and nights cost just $9.45. Additional hours are even less.
Amy was the only peanut who had a line.
When you get an hour of calls across the U.S. for just $9.45, that is a lot of talk. Reach Out America. Another reason AT&T is the right choice.
Musty odors. We need Arm & Hammer Maximum Strength Carpet Deodorizer. More odor-destroying ingredient than these combined. And while those sit on top, Arm & Hammer Carpet Deodorizer penetrates, destroys deep down odors.
The whole room's fresh.
They work better, cost less.
You put the Arm & Hammer baking soda in the freezer.
It's not a mistake, Harry. One box to absorb freezer odors and a fresh box to absorb refrigerator odors.
Freshen the fridge and freezer with Arm & Hammer Pure Baking Soda.
We will return to the television premiere of Alice in Wonderland. The girl who turned the world on with her smile is back.
You're going to be doing the helpline.
Only doing this until something better comes along, like a job in a limestone quarry.
And locking horns with her managing editor.
You didn't think I could do that job for 1 minute. You were just trying to work a little action.
Yeah, that's right. Mary, then
Lay it on me, boss. I can handle anything.
meet Assistant DA Harrigan.
What was the weapon?
A can of tuna fish.
2 comedy premieres.
Loaded?
Mary and Foley Square, Wednesday.
W.C. Handy's black band played white music because that's where the money was. But one night in the early 1900s, Handy was amazed to see a black group playing black music rock a Mississippi dance hall. Encouraged, he began composing songs that he called blues. Memphis Blues, Hesitation Blues, and the St. Louis Blues, which became a monster hit in 1919, the best-selling song ever. It earned W.C. Handy the title Father of the Blues, and the black music that he introduced to America has been rocking the place ever since. I'm Bob Fosse with an American Portrait.
Now, there's a sparkling wine from Italy with more taste than champagne. Riuniti Spumante. More taste than champagne.
Riuniti Spumante sponsored an American Portrait.
This is CBS.
Pierre Cardin, Man's Cologne.
For Christmas, L'Air du Temps creates Golden Dreams, Crystal Atomizer, Eau de Toilette gift set, La Soirée collection, classic jewel case and fragrance. L'Air du Temps, Nina Ricci, Paris.
Treating Alcoholism, Wednesday at 7:30.
Alice in Wonderland, sponsored by Ivory, the soap without a lot of extra ingredients. There's a pure, natural kind of clean when you lather up with Ivory. We now return to the CBS special movie presentation of Alice in Wonderland.
Hello, little girl. Did you happen to see my 2 messengers as you came through the wood?
No, Your Majesty.
Well, would you mind looking along this road here and tell me if you can see either of them?
I see nobody on the road.
I only wish I had such eyes to be able to see nobody. It's as much as I can do to see real people by this light.
I see somebody now. But he's coming very slowly.
His name is Hayhor. He's an Anglo-Saxon messenger.
Listen. I love my love with an H because he is happy. I hate him with an H because he is hideous. I fed him with ham sandwiches and hay. His name is Hayor, and
He lives on the hill. My other messenger's called Hatter. I must have 2, you know, to come and go. 1 to come and 1 to go. Oh, yes.
I beg your pardon.
It isn't respectable to beg.
Your Majesty!
Ah! You frightened me! I feel faint. Give me a ham sandwich.
Nothing but hay left now.
Well, hay, then.
Okay.
There's nothing like eating hay when you feel faint.
I think throwing cold water over you would be better.
I didn't say there was nothing better. I said there was nothing like it. Who did you pass on the road?
I'll whisper it. They're at it again!
You call that a whisper?
Who's at it again?
Well, the lion and the unicorn, of course. Let's run and see them.
Oh, no, please. I really must be getting on my way.
The lion and the unicorn were fighting for the crown. The lion beat the unicorn all around the town.
But you don't understand. I really must be going home.
La 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 la. The lion and the unicorn were fighting for the crown. The lion beat the unicorn all around the town. Play! Some gave them white bread and some gave them brown. And some gave them plum cake and drummed them out of town. 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 Umpteliada, 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 umpteliada. The lion and the unicorn, the lion and the unicorn, the lion and the unicorn, the lion and the unicorn were fighting for the
Does the one that wins always get the crown?
Dear me, no, what an idea.
Oh, my.
All right. 10 minutes allowed for refreshment. I don't think they're going to fight anymore today.
I should hope not.
Go order the drums to begin. You know, boom, boom.
I had the best of it this time.
Huh, you shouldn't have run him through with your horn.
It didn't hurt him. What is this?
A child. We only found it today. It's as large as life and twice as natural.
A child? But I always thought that children were fabulous monsters. Is it alive?
Oh, yes. It can even talk.
This is incredible. Talk, child.
Well, do you know I always thought unicorns were fabulous monsters, too? So I never saw one alive before.
Well, now that we have seen one another, if you'll believe in me, I'll believe in you. Is it a bargain?
Yes, if you like. That'd be rather pleasant.
Are you animal, vegetable, or mineral?
You dum-dum! I've already told you she's a fabulous monster.
Then hand round the cake, monster.
Yes, sir. Right away, sir. May I please have the cake?
Be careful. If you drop it, the lion will eat you.
I wouldn't do that. Yet.
Please, don't say that. You're making me nervous.
You'd better hurry. He's very short-tempered.
Don't do what he says, monster.
Don't listen to him. Cut the cake.
And I say don't.
And I say do.
Ooh, what a fight we might have for the crown now, sir.
Oh, and I would surely win.
Oh, I don't think so.
Why, I'll beat you all around the town, you luck chicken.
All around the town, eh? Well, that's
a good long way. Will you go by the old bridge or by the marketplace? The best view is by the old bridge. Not the cake.
The monster's having an awful time trying to cut that cake.
I've cut it twice, but just seems to go back together again.
You don't know how to serve looking glass cake. Hand it round first, then cut it afterwards.
Now cut the cake.
This isn't fair. The monster has given the lion twice as much as me.
Well, she's kept none for herself anyhow. Do you like plum cake, monster?
Well, what is that sound? Oh, what is that sound? What is it? I don't understand. What is it? That voice doesn't drum everybody out of town. Nothing ever will.
Ahoy! Ahoy! Hi! Hi!
Wow.
Check. You're my prisoner. Check. She's my prisoner, you know. Yes, but then I came and rescued her. Well, then we must fight for her. You will observe the rules of battle, of course. I always do.
There are so many fights in Looking Glass Land.
Check. It was a glorious victory, wasn't it? Huh?
I don't know. I don't want to be anybody's prisoner. I just know I must become a queen if I'm ever to get home again.
And you will. When you have crossed the next brook, you will definitely be a queen. I will see you safe to the end of the wood. Then I must go back, you know. Yes, that is the end of my move.
Thank you very much.
Come, I'll get you on your way. All right. You can go ahead. Lead me. All right. Come on. Come on. All right, to the end of the wood. I hope you've got your hair well fastened on.
Only in the usual way.
Oh, that's not good enough. No, you see, the wind is so very strong here. It's as strong as soup. But I have a plan for keeping your hair from falling off.
Well, I should like to hear it very much.
Well, you see, the reason hair falls off is because it hangs down. Things never fall upwards, you know. This is a plan of my own invention. You might try it if you like. First, you take an upright stick. Oh, there's one.
I hope no bones are broken.
None to speak of. The great art of riding, as I was saying, is to keep your balance.
How can you keep on talking head downward?
What does it matter where my body happens to be? My mind goes on working all the same. In fact, the more head downwards I am, the more I keep inventing new things. Like this song I am about to sing to you.
Is it long? Because you said you would see me to the end of the wood.
That I shall. I take your hand.
I understand.
And we are dancing. Without a word. It seems absurd, but we are dancing. We didn't need a cue, yet with a girl like you, it seems the thing to do. Don't you agree?
Yes, I do.
I hear the strings, my poor heart sings, and we are dancing. We share a smile, and for a while, we two are dancing. If ever time should bring another year, another spring, they'll be compared to what I've shared with you. Dancing, we share a smile, and for a while, we two are dancing. If ever time should bring another year, another spring, they'll be compared to what I've shared with you.
My friend Janet has the healthy look of a country girl, but she lives in the city. She's an Ivory girl, all right.
Healthy-looking skin doesn't come from where you live. Exercise, eating right, and washing with a soap like Ivory are what count. I don't like a soap with deodorant or heavy perfume. Ivory gives me a natural kind of clean. And I like that.
Healthy-looking skin, Ivory can help you have it, too.
To me, Ivory's like country air and sunshine.
If you know a healthy-looking Ivory girl, write us.
And I don't think I'd switch.
Then Sarah Buskirk compared her regular diaper to Pampers' new form-fitting super absorbency size diaper.
I really like them. They do everything I would have wanted in a diaper. The blue tab up at the top keeps them drier.
We call that the blue way shield.
It keeps all the wetness in, away from the clothes, so his clothes stay dry. It's Pampers!
Totally new Pampers with the new blue waist shield. Keeps babies drier from top to bottom.
Ah, yeah, you like those Pampers. They keep you dry. Okay, you like them?
Campbell's new dry onion soup mix doesn't just make rich, flavorful soup. It makes dips, gravies, and roasts with lots of that homemade taste. Introducing Campbell's dry soup and recipe mixes. More homemade taste from the good cooks at Campbell.
Please don't eat all the morsels. Please don't eat them all. 'Cause if you eat all the morsels, your cookies will be bald. It's Nestle Toll House morsels that make the cookies taste so great.
Things sweetened with 100% NutraSweet display the 100% NutraSweet symbol.
Dad,
Yeah?
what does this spell?
It's a little red swirl next to the words NutraSweet brand sweetener. Not hard to spot at all. The 100% symbol means no saccharin, no sugar added, but great taste. NutraSweet. 100% NutraSweet.
Oh, that's the good stuff.
Why some things taste better than others.
We now return to an all-star cast in Alice in Wonderland.
Only a few yards to go. Down the hill and over the brook. And then you will be a queen.
But I just know I'll be home. I just know it.
But you will stay to see me off first, won't you? I shan't be long, and if you simply wave your handkerchief, it will encourage me very much. All the finest damsels do that sort of thing.
Of course, I'll wait. And thank you very much for saving me.
Farewell, fair maiden.
Farewell, gallant knight. Oops. I hope I encouraged him a little. This must be the 8th square. I'm so happy to get here. What is this on my head? How in the world did this crown get on my head without me knowing it? Oh, but this is wonderful. I never expected to be a queen so soon. Now, I'll tell you what this means, Your Majesty. It'll never do for you to be rolling around on the grass anymore. Queens have to be very dignified, you know. And if I really am a queen, I shall be able to manage it quite well in time. I just know it. Please, would you tell me how I might
Speak when you're spoken to.
If everybody obeyed that rule, nobody would ever say anything.
Ridiculous. I overheard you saying to yourself, if I really am a queen.
What right have you to call yourself anything of the sort?
I'm sure I didn't mean to do...
That's just what I'm complaining about. You should have meant it. What do you suppose is the good of a child without meaning? Even a joke has some meaning.
Well, she's in that state of mind that she wants to deny something, only she doesn't know what to deny.
A nasty, vicious temper. Now, my dear White Queen, let me invite you to Alice's dinner party this afternoon.
And I invite you.
Now, if you'll pardon me, I didn't know I was giving a dinner party at all. But if there's going to be one, I think I ought to invite the guests. Don't you?
We gave you the opportunity of doing it, but you didn't invite anybody. It's obvious you never had any lessons in manners.
Manners aren't taught in lessons. Lessons teach addition, subtraction, and things of that sort.
Well, then, I have a lesson for you. Can you do addition? What is 1 and 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 2? Can you do subtraction? 8 from 9 and 2 from 8 and 6 from 3 and 1 from 7 too?
Can you do division? 6 divided by a 3 and then a 2? Yes, you. Can you multiply, my dear? Then what are 3 times 6 and 2 times 10? And then again.
Addition.
Subtraction.
Division.
Multiplication.
Can you do addition? What is 1 and 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 2? Can you do subtraction? 8 from 9 and 2 from 8 and 6 from 3 and 1 from 7 too?
Can you do division? 6 divided by a 3 and then a 2? Yes, you! Can you multiply, my dear? Then what are 3 times 6 and 2 times 10?
And then again. Forget your slumbers, recall your numbers, just add up the list. Just think of pluses and of minuses, it's sure to clear your sinuses. We simply must insist. Well, Alice, what's your answer?
I don't know. I lost count.
Well, then, of course, you do know your ABCs.
Sure I do.
So do I. Oh, we shall have such glorious times together, saying the alphabet over and over.
Can you answer useful questions? How is bread made?
I know that. First, you take some flour.
Ah, but where do you pick the flour?
It isn't picked at all. It's ground.
Oh, fan her. She's probably just feverish from all of this thinking. Do you know languages? What is French for fiddle-dee-dee?
I'll tell you what. If you'll tell me what language fiddle-dee-dee is, I'll tell you the French for it.
Queens never make bargains.
I wish queens never ask questions.
Well, here's a question with an answer. Is life just a giant game of chess? I assure you, the answer is yes.
Do you mean something is moving us about?
That's for me to know and you to find out. Is the ocean as level as a pool? Well, to think so, you'd have to be a fool. There are millions of waves in an ocean, so something obviously keeps them all in motion. And do you stand motionless, my girl? No, you constantly are running in a whirl. But since you've come uninvited for this visit, I should think that you'd be wondering, what is it? Should I reveal to you the secret, my dear?
Yes, Your Majesty. That's what I want to hear.
When the world seems full of trouble and of strife, what moves us through this crazy game of life? Emotions. They're much stronger than magical potions. They make us behave as we do. You may like it or not, but it's true. Emotions When we smile or we frown, that is why some are good, some are bad, some are sweet, some are sad. Can't escape them, however we try. We've emotions, my dear, till we die.
Poor thing, she's tired. Smooth her hair, lend her your nightcap, and sing her a soothing lullaby.
I haven't got a nightcap with me, and I don't know any soothing lullabies. But if you'd only tell me how I might go home, I'd be certain to get you anything you need. I promise you I would. I truly would.
Oh, I must do it myself.
Hush-a-bye, lady, in Alice's land. Till the feast's ready, we've time for a nap. When the feast's over, we'll go to the ball. Red Queen and White Queen and Alice and all.
Mother, Father, will I ever see you again?
In Greece, gifts are exchanged on St. Basil's Day. In Venezuela, on the Feast of the Epiphany. In fact, the world has almost as many days for giving as there are gifts. Yet millions of people give the same thing, a pulsar. The fine watch whose extraordinary appeal makes Pulsar as perfect for Christmas as it is for Kakumisak. Pulsar, the world knows a great watch when it sees one.
If you're looking for a dustbuster vac, beware the imposters. You can tell a real dustbuster cordless vac. It's written all over its face.
And now, in a super celebrity spotlight, that's right now, in our...
Black & Decker's Spotlighter rechargeable light. When others fail, it shines. The Spotlighter and the Dustbuster vacs. Now with rebates on both. From Black & Decker. Ideas at work.
Some people think Philadelphia brand cream cheese tastes so rich they should feel guilty about eating it.
Hold it.
Ounce for ounce, Philly actually has half the calories of butter or margarine.
Half the calories? We can have creamy Philly anytime we want.
How about lunch on Thursday?
Okay, and after 10 is Saturday morning.
Philly has half the calories of butter or margarine.
October 27th at 8.
Wait, I'm free! Pencil me in! Here's a way to save even more calories. New Light Philly. Grab some.
It fits. No-nonsense pantyhose. The first pantyhose with 16-point contouring. Fits you like nothing else. Shapes itself perfectly from your ankle all the way to your waist. No-nonsense fits like no other pantyhose. And now buy 2 pair of no-nonsense control top and get 1 pair free inside special boxes on display.
And that's no nonsense.
We will return to the television premiere of Alice in Wonderland. Next.
Hello, I'm Johnny Cash.
10 years a Christmas tradition. 30 years a country legend and rock and roll giant. The great Johnny Cash welcomes Jerry Lee Lewis, Larry Gatlin, Roseanne Cash, and the entire Carter Cash family. Celebrate exciting moments from the past. Greet the holidays with the 10th anniversary Johnny Cash Christmas special. Next week, take an all-new magical journey from boyhood to manhood to immortality. At last, the real story, the life and adventures of Santa Claus.
This is CBS.
My mother is so special to me. But if you go back to those times, I don't know how either one of us made it through.
Mother, there were times, you know, we didn't get along. Ups and downs and turnarounds. It's true we had our share go wrong.
Even then, when I did something really dumb, or I was really hurting, she was always there for me.
And now that all our younger years drift into yesterday.
I don't know how it happened. Somehow all those crazy years ended up bringing us close. And now I have a mother who's a friend.
I want you to remember.
Hello?
Hi, Mom.
Hi, honey. How are you?
Drift away.
More frost in Kevin's forecast at 11 tonight.
We now return to the CBS special movie presentation of Alice in Wonderland.
To the looking-glass world, it was Alice that said, I've a scepter in hand, I've a crown on my head. Let the looking-glass creatures, whatever they be, come dine with the Red Queen, the White Queen, and me. Then fill up the glasses as quick as you can and sprinkle the table with buttons and bran. Put cats in the coffee and mice in the tea. Welcome Queen Alice with 30 times 3.
Tis a privilege, how to have dinner and tea with the Red Queen, the White Queen, and me.
Then fill up all the glasses with treacle and ink or anything else that is pleasant to drink. Mix sand with the cider and wool with the wine and welcome Queen Alice with 90 times 9.
sweeter landing, or anything else that is pleasant to drink. It's sand with the cider and wool with the wine and broth. Queen Alice with 19 times nine.
Welcome, Queen Alice.
Thank you.
We drink to your health.
Good idea. To Queen Alice's health.
You ought to return your appreciation in a neat speech.
We're only teaching you the very basics of proper behavior. Oh, yes, dear. If you're ever invited to tea anywhere, you'll need to know these little pleasantries.
It's proper that you should know about proper behavior.
I thank you all. But please, everyone, show me how I go home. I don't want to be here anymore. All I want to do is to go home.
I know something about that. Great.
A present's come for you, dear.
By Jove, I certainly scared him off, my dear. Have no fear. The white knight is here!
No! Go back, he'll kill you. He really will.
I'll save you, fair maiden. Do not be afraid. Go, fair maiden! Go! I'll hold the monster off. Go, I say! Save yourself.
Things sweetened with 100% NutraSweet display the 100% NutraSweet symbol.
Sure you know what you're looking for?
A little red swirl next to the words NutraSweet brand sweetener.
Sold on TV.
Not hard to spot at all.
You gonna freeze your face.
The 100% symbol means great taste without any sugar added and no saccharin.
Found it.
100% NutraSweet.
About time.
Why some things taste better than others.
The stockings were hung by the chimney with care in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there.
Santa Claus.
The children were nestled all snug in their beds while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mama in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled down to a long winter's nap.
Dad, it still works. Reach out and touch someone.
McDonald's new McDLT could be the best tasting lettuce and tomato hamburger ever.
Beefy McD, cool crisp LT, in perfect harmony. So you taste the hot, you taste the cool, the way it's supposed to be. It's a good time for the great day.
And that was just your first bite.
Of McDonald's.
Meet Helen, our aspiring advertising executive. Helen's not feeling very creative today because she's wearing one of those diapers that leak. Well, Helen, here's a big idea. Kleenex Huggies diapers. Huggies are form-fitting, and they're thick and absorbent with gentle, extra-wide elastic at the leg. So Huggies hug to help stop leaking and help keep babies happy. Now Helen's wearing Huggies, and that's all the inspiration she needs. Right, Helen?
And now, the conclusion of Alice in Wonderland.
Please help me, Mr. Rao. I don't know what to do. Don't let the monster hurt my friends.
You ask me, but it's you that must be brave.
I am brave. But not that brave.
And you will never grow up, will you, Alice? Until you conquer the fears inside you, you will never be more than a child.
Home?
I've been calling you for some time, dear. Where on earth have you been?
Oh, so many places, Mother. I have so much to tell you, but you really won't believe half of it. So I'll only tell you a few things. Like, one time I had to sit by
I'm sorry, dear. I'm afraid it's tea time now. But I'd love to hear all about it later.
Is it? Is it really?
Is it really what?
Tea time.
Yes, it is. And we're having strawberry shortcake. And your father bought gingerbread cookies. And Aunt Dorothy's insisted on opening one of her precious jars of raspberry preserves.
It sounds very lovely, Mother. But why were you calling me?
Oh, I almost forgot. I wanted to tell you that your father and I think you're finally quite grown up enough to join us. Would you like that, Alice? To join the grown-ups at tea?
Yes, Mother, I should like that very much. Thank you. Thank you. Truly have grown up, Mother. You'll see. You truly will.
Well, you run along now and get ready.
Stay tuned and celebrate the holiday season with a country music legend. Join Johnny Cash, his family and friends for the 10th anniversary Johnny Cash Christmas Special. Next.
To learn more about author Lewis Carroll, the Library of Congress suggests these books. The Annotated Alice, Alice's Adventures in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass, by Lewis Carroll. Lewis Carroll, by Derek Hudson. These and many other interesting books are waiting for you in your local library and bookstore. Visit them. They'll be happy to help you read more about it.